like that. Perfect. Move it. Hold it. Yes, that's it. Looks good. I want you to put your legs up here. That's good. That's good. 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 Hold on. Yeah, that's better. Stay there. Bring it. There you go. My name is William Lords. I'm a fashion photographer. I think in every eye of the model I've ever shot, you could see myself in them. What defines my work is, I think, intensity. When I shoot a person, I think I try to bring out like intense character. I'm not trying to do it, it just comes out. It's always there. I'm a very intense kind of character. Yeah, that's it, much better. My mom was a traveller. I never really had my parents with me. I grew up in England with my grandparents. I was raised to get straight A's and hopefully become a doctor someday, or just something really like out of this world in a sense. My role model was my grandma. She was my hero. She was a fighter, she was a teacher. She was everything. She was the reason why I even exist today. She was also kind and gentle, even though when she was hard and she kicked my ass sometimes. She made me believe that you keep the person that you are and let the world just follow. She taught me how to be just the man I am. Watching my grandparents die, and you morph from being a child, seeing a cartoon character in the morning, to actually noticing that the world actually doesn't revolve around you anymore, that anything can happen at any time. I was forced to come to America to find my mom. I met her and I realized my mom was dying of cancer. She was skinny than models are, like really skinny. My mom had chemotherapy being pumped through her and she just turned away, and I didn't know why she did that. She just literally turned away from me, and that was the last time I saw her. She actually died on my birthday, May 22nd. That was when I started noticing like things are not what you think are going to be in life. I knew that life was never going to be the same anymore. My life as a kid is something you don't call a regular lifestyle growing up. You're supposed to think about girls and all that stuff, but for me it wasn't like that. It was just survival for me as a kid. I was left alone. I had to grow up on the idea of America, the harsh one. I was abandoned in the place we lived. After the first week, the food finished. I literally starved almost. I had a Spanish friend, I had a Black American friend who I used to go to his home and eat, and they fed me. My friend's mom was like, I know this place you could go to as a homeless kid and you could stay there. It was something called Ward's Island. Ward's Island, America is not what they think it is. That is terrifying shit, sorry about my language. Because there was no security there. It was just people from jail going there, and there was no way to protect anybody from them killing you or something like that. So it was pretty bad. I just felt like going through the motions of trying to survive half of the time. I became almost numb, because I was filled with anger. I mean, fights, gunshots, everything. And I think I found basketball being homeless. I was in the park and I played and I played and I played. I had nowhere else to go, so I stayed there sometimes till like 1 o'clock in the night to play basketball, because it was safer than being in a homeless shelter or anywhere else, or even on a train at some point. I hate lies. I hated when they lied to me as a kid that everything would be okay. I think honesty was my best thing, because I already was filled with it. So I moved into a place called Covenant House. It's on 42nd Street, and it was the rest of the kids that were my age. But we used to sing on 42nd Street. We had nowhere to go, but we were actually pretty good. So a lot of girls just come out every time, they want to give us money, but we didn't accept money. It wasn't about money, it was just about singing. And that's the funny thing about being homeless at that time. Money wasn't important at that time. And it was the joy of that attention we got. You know, the guys even stopping to look at us. You know, it was 3 boys singing like, "If I Ever Fall in Love." I mean, who does that at that age? You know, it was weird, but it was pretty cool. I think that's how this thing came around, and a guy stopped over and was like, "Oh, excuse me, you're perfect modeling, you can sing. You know, we call you the triple threat, maybe you could act as well." I'm like, "Oh, okay, well, hey, whatever. Is it fun?" He's like, "Yeah, it's fun, lots of girls." I'm like, "Oh, really cool, let's do this. You know, this would be really great for me." That's how the whole thing started. Moises, go. Good, turn it against this way. Good. That's it, perfect, good. Good, good. A little more, good. Chin up a little bit higher. When it comes to modeling, you act differently. It's not you. Modeling got me there to feel that way. But what did a better job was the pictures I saw after. They had a picture of me that some really big time photographer shot of me on West 4th Street. Came out in GQ magazine. And it was a really nice picture. It was like a full length, like spread in GQ magazine. I think that was it. I mean, the feeling of seeing that was quite exciting. A kid from nowhere, to actually see yourself in one of the best magazines in the world. I mean, it was everything. It felt like heaven. And I think after that moment, I wanted to create images. I just love photography. I really do. I love hating it the next day. I love creating it again and again. Now lean. I've been in a few hot positions actually. I've done Interview Russia. I've done Tokyo Magazine, which is one of my favorite pieces. I did a Robot Longo piece. I've done Sportsman International. I'm very picky with my magazine, so I don't do loads of them. Oh, that's gorgeous, perfect. If you really want to do it, if this is what you want to do, then I think you should love it like as much as I do, because you're going to go through hell. My magazine, Your Magazine, pushes creative boundaries. Like I did an issue based on a black issue, because there's not opportunities given to black people. It was a celebration of black models and black people in industry that's not just survives, create beautiful things. From models to designers to artists, all that stuff, there's loads of it. And also Mandela died that year, so it was a perfect issue to celebrate his life. My thing is to tell kids, don't look at what your community tells you to be. Just be what feels right by you. I mean, I think that's the most important thing. I swear to you, I feel like I have already made it. So whatever comes next is just a blessing for me. I survived. If I say in 5 years, I see myself becoming the best photographer in the world, that'd be a dream. You know, I came from nothing. This is success enough for me. My biggest thing in life was to survive. I wasn't supposed to get this far, so my life is a success. I'm winning Lords. Keep watching MinaTV.